First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Baharakah, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at GMS who do real well, and peace and salutation to all the brothers enduring and pushing this truth. So hopefully, and pray that I'm a part of that number. Um, this is going to be a chip breakdown, man, because I haven't done one of these yet, and I want this to be manifest on my channel so you know where I stand. You know, I'm not a obvious. I'm not obviously. I'm not an official member of GMS. By the way, let me go ahead and disclose that too before there's any more confusion. In the play. But yeah. But I do believe that report. This is Revelation 13 and 16. Let's start. You know what? Let's do it right here. Let's start with 15. It says, and he had the power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause both as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So this image, meaning this AI, the image of the beast, and that image is AI, this AI system, this fourth industrial revolution. That they're trying to move into, because really they want to be the image of God. They want to be just like God. So how do they do that? They're utilizing the AI system. They will be utilizing the AI system to manifest the works that a God could do. But they're not God. They're not the Most High God. And it's like, the way you kill that really is go outside, pick up a rock, and look at it, and then to whoever you might be debating, and be like, did you create this or did a God create this? So that's how you look at that. They're trying to make themselves into what they will be called a God, but you can't be a God. You know why? Because the Lord is the one who designates everything into their lives. And the Lord has already designated who he chose as his chosen people to be gods. So that's not going to be you, devil. You gave up the blessing. Remember that. You was born a foul man. And it's talking about these so-called Edomites, the so-called European, so-called white men. Okay? They are the fucking Edomites, man. And you don't even need I don't need to explain that. We look at history and see that. You shouldn't even need to you shouldn't even need to have that explained to you at this point, man. That these people are the fucking devil. Just because they give you little charities and little things, and you think that these people are your friends, man. They're not your friends, man. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that got the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to do anything in this Babylonian system without that mark. Can you currently do things in this Babylonian system? You can. So the C-hip is obviously, it's going to be something biometric. It's going to be something inside of you that they can control. That's going to allow you to partake in the system that they're building up, man. Which ain't going to last long. As soon as he's about to fill his belly, it's gonna be over with, man. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of men, and its number is 660, 600, three score and six, so 666. Okay, so got that one. I did want to get this one too before I went into these different things. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Okay, so lest Satan should get an advantage. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Now let's go up more. I want you to get the whole understanding of that, because it's going to lead into what I'm going into. Because if you do decide to take the MOTB, the Haragma, The Lord is going to kill you with great wrath, and it's not going to be an easy death. It's going to be a horrific death, man. You hear how the prophets go into it all the time. They cuss out pretty. They cuss you out pretty really good, and they'll tell you just how strong the death or just how horrific the death is going to be. Preferably very detailed. So just know that if you are playing around, on that last day, if you do take that, you're going to be destroyed horrifically, man, and you cannot going to be able to say we didn't tell you. Okay. So let me read up here so you get the whole understanding of that verse. It says, so I urge, let's start at verse 8. It says, so I urge you now to reaffirm your love for him, for Yahweh Shai. I wrote to you as I did test you and see if you would fully comply with my instructions. When you forgive this man, I forgive him too. And I forgive whatever needs to be forgiven, I do so with Hamashiach's authority, Yahweh Shai's authority, for your benefit. So Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. Now, this can apply to so many things. How you treat your brethren, how you treat your family, enduring, how you treat, your family in this truth, I should say, while enduring, this walk of salvation we're coming into. There's this narrow path that we've been put on, straight and narrow. At the end of that road, man, you got to know it's going to be beautiful. But right now, we do deal with a lot of devils. You're going to deal with a lot of devils around you. You're going to hate life, man, when you come into this truth, bro. That's the honest God truth. But pray for that spirit of understanding and pray that the Lord sup with you so that you gain that understanding and these devils just flee from you. They know when to flee from you rather than, try to, have dinner with you and shit in your household, your own household. Okay. I want to show this too. This is what's going inside of you, So, what is a biometric? Biometric identifiers are often categorized as physiological characteristics, meaning physical things that you can touch, feel, things of your body, which are related to the shape of a body. Examples include, but are not limited to, fingerprint, palm veins, face recognition, DNA, palm printing, hand geometry, iris recognition, retina, odor, how you smell, scent, or shape of ears, things that pick up, that these biometric systems pick up, utilizing AI, utilizing data. That's why they collect your data, man. Like there's a lot of reasons why these people collect your data. Why they try to keep us, fed with bread and circus. We're beyond that. 2/3, we're just being fed bread and circus, which during the Roman Empire, during their fall, that was a way for them, feeding the sheep, feeding people weird, or not even just weird. And we say weird because of the times that we live in now. This is a weird generation. But they will feed them entertainment in the Coliseums, handing out all this money. Look at them inflating the dollar, $33 trillion in debt within the span. I think they said within the span of 3 months, they rose to another trillion. Bruh, that's pathetic, man. But you want these people to be over you, man? You got to really think, man. This devil's not your friend, man. Okay? Get into some more things, dealing with the history, because that fourth industrial revolution is really what they're trying to lead into. That's what they want. Their AI. That's the completed version of their AI system. As you can see here, you just got this here just as a visual, so you can see, how these devils have moved throughout the world. How really this world has changed consistently, time after time through different revolutions. Which revolution just means change. complete change of something. So you can see the complete change of society, throughout this devil's rulership, man. You know, from trains, the revolution of machinery, mass production and revolution of factories, mass productions, electricity. Um, the first one was obviously trades, just trades and the trade of goods. The second one was the manufacturing of our own goods, and we had a trade system. So that was led in, it was gradualism into that, gradually built into that. And the third, which represented, this stage that we're currently in, electronic, IT, computers, you know, uh, just you can really get in this age. You can really say this age started around. I like to say this age started around the 80s, 80, 85, 80ish. Maybe. But I speak as a man on that just because of the level of technology that was coming out at that time. The level of technology, the '90s sprung up a vast. It was like the music. The people was damn. It was the '90s was a time to be alive in Babylon, and it's never going back to that again. Never going back to that again. That was a representation of their third industrial revolution. At its climax. And this rear is the fourth industrial revolution. This is what they want to get into. They're not going to get to that point, you know, because if they're able to get to that point completely, this devil wins, man. If he's able to write his name in you, patent you, with this haragma, because that's what he's doing when he puts that in you. He's patenting you as his ownership. He's taking you away from your power. And that's the whole goal of this devil, man. He wants to rule as the most high, man. You cannot let that happen. Okay? So that's when I say in fourth industrial revolution, or when you get to the revolutions and things of that nature, that's what I'm talking about when I speak on those things. But here we go, and you get into the Social Security Act. It was in the Social Security Act, which really it was a way for them to calculate, unemployed workers. This is during the Great Depression too. The Great Depression didn't end until 1939. As I'm gonna show you. But anyways, lost my train of thought, man. Anyway, yeah. So the Great Depression, was still going on at this time. So you can imagine there was famines. I really they don't talk about this a lot in history, but they were giving out during this Great Depression. Not only were they enacting so many different acts, but they were actually giving out, homes and home loans and welfare to, their own people, Edomites. Helping their own people out more than you. They left you to scraps. They said if you want to help, you know, this is just, I mean, this is symbolically, well, not really symbolic. I'm just having fun with this one. But they told us if you want to help, this really happened, man. If we want to help, the father would have to be kicked out of the household. And that fucked up a generation of our families, man. This is during the what revolution? This is during the third industrial revolution. And they used the Bible. They incorporated the Bible as opposed to them manipulating, putting them on your church. It's so much into this shit, man. But I don't want to get off topic, man. Like I say, man, just be transparent. In the United States, Social Security is a commonly used term for the federal old age survivors and disability insurance program, and is administered, Salaki, and is administered by the Social Security Administration. The original Social Security Act was enacted in 1935, and the current version of the act, as amended, encompass several social welfare and social insurance programs. They always say, anyway. The average monthly, and skip down here. You can read that on your own. This is skip to the point. It says the Social Security is nearly universal, with 94% of individuals in paid employment in the United States working in covered employment. However, 6.6 million state and local government workers in the United States, or 28% of all state and local workers, are not covered by Social Security, but rather by pension plans operated at state or local level. So this is really for us, to keep you in line. And there was an article I was looking up, man. I wanted to get into this too. I wanted to show you this too, because this is all leading up into this is gradualism, man. That third industrial, that Social Security Act was a way for them to calculate their citizens. The Federal Reserve Act led was really went hand in hand with the Social Security Act. You know, them pretty much telling you how much money you'll be able to make for, or how much funds that they're willing to allot you. Based on the services that you provide. And the Social Security Act was just a way of the unemployed workers during the Great Depression. You know, so that we can, well, not we, but so that they can, I'm speaking at a narrated point of view, but well, in that case, I was speaking first person, right? But the thing is, man, these people are not your are pretty much gradualism masters. Okay, so you want to be prepared when they start to bring these things into fruition. Okay, let me. I was reading this, man. I thought this was interesting, man. Dietzinger 90 is among dozens of suspected Nazi war criminals and SS guards who collected millions of dollars in Social Security payments after being forced out the United States. An Associated Press investigation found the payments flowed through a legal loophole that the U that that has given the U.S. Justice Department leverage to persuade Nazi suspects to leave if they agreed to go or simply fled before deportation. They could keep their Social Security. They didn't. They knew it. It's like they could keep their Social Security according to interviews and internal government records. Like Dietzinger, many lied about their Nazi past to get into the U.S. following World War II and eventually became American citizens among those who benefited. So you got these people living amongst you today, man. That's what I got out of that. They was here then. They was populating then. They populating now. And when this devil decides to come down with great wrath, why do you think that? You think these people are your friends, man? Like these people are not your friends, bro. I don't get the understanding in that, bro. When they literally create programs that destroy us, and obviously see here Great Depression in 1939. For more just historical, you know, uh, historical power or leverage over your enemies. 'Cause they're gonna know your history, man. Those that don't know it are doomed to repeat it, as they say. It says many of the federal and state programs that provide income security to U.S. families have their roots in the Social Security Act of 1935. This act provided unemployment insurance. The program. The Great Depression was clearly a catalyst for the intended to offer immediate relief to families. So they set us up. They said really these people do that shit a lot. They crash their own system. Really, that happened when the stock market crashed. The Great Depression began to happen. But really, I'm a firm believer that they do these things, man. Me personally, they craft their own markets in order to implement revenues of plenty to gradually build you into a system, man, or to gradually build you into a way of thinking. Only elect is going to come out of this way of thinking and come back to the Most High and be able to see this devil for what they're doing, man, because they gradually built us up for that, man. Just like they're trying to gradually build you up for this C hit, man, this haragma, this fourth industrial revolution. It says we're intended to offer immediate relief to families. So after all the calamity that's about to happen in Jacob's trouble, what do you think they're going to do, man? That's going to be is it like this haragma is going to be an offer of immediate relief, man. We got to be ready, man, to say no. That's why we train our bodies now. We hate this world to a T, man. We got to hate this devil, man. And love good, man. Love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It says, however, the old age insurance program, the precursor to today's old age survivors and disability insurance or Social Security program, was not designed specifically to deal with the economic crisis of that era. Indeed, monthly benefit payments under the original act were not scheduled to begin until 1942. In addition, from the beginning, the Social Security program has embodied social insurance principles that were widely discussed before the onset of the Great Depression. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. They have been talking about a social credit system too. I might do a video on that. When the Lord gives me the spirit to do a video on that. If He gives me the spirit to do a video on that, because that's a very broad topic, man. And but there was talks about a social credit score too, which will affect you how you buy and who does business with you too. That goes into one shall desire to go into a city and he shall not be able to. It might be because of your social credit score. Could be because of the calamities. Could be, or maybe, just maybe, which is what I believe is going to happen through the spirit. It's going to be because of martial law. But it could be anything. The Lord can. It's going to be hell on earth, man. Just know that. You can read these on your own, man. Um, I just wanted to give you a brief history on, where we at right now, because that's where we're at right now. We're under Social Security. We don't have a C-HIP in our hand. We don't have anybody, or something controlling us, to where we can't buy or sell, unless we have something in our, or that mark in our hand. Do you have that mark in your hand? Do you have anything in your hand right now? You got to ask yourself these things, man. When these devils, these false prophets will try to come up and tell you these things, man. That doesn't make any fucking sense, man. It just doesn't, bro. I don't even want to fucking explain that, bro. It just doesn't make any sense. Uh, you can't buy or sell without the chip in you. Now they're saying that we already have the haragma in us, but we're still able to buy and sell under this system, under the devil. Wow, bro. No, it's not right. It's Revelations 12. It says, and there was a war in heaven. Michael and his archangels fought against the dragon, Esau Edom, and the dragon fought against his angels. It prevailed not, neither was there found. There's angels fighting for us every day, man. Everywhere you go, there's angels that the Lord has kept angels, has given his angels charge over you. Let me get that, man. Let me get that. After this, it says, neither was there place found anymore in heaven, and we're likened unto the kingdom of heaven. It says, and the great dragon was cast out, and that old serpent was called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. They deceived the whole world, this current world. He was cast was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Meaning this devil's he's going to be, that's a prophecy. He's going to be kicked out of the garden. He's gonna be put in captivity. He's gonna be taken in fucking chains, and he's gonna be kicked out. He's gonna be slaughtered. You know, and yeah, man. Continuing on, it says, and then I heard a voice from heaven saying, And I heard a voice from heaven saying, in a loud voice saying, in heaven, now is the time for salvation and strength in the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, you know, Yahweh's sacrifice, and by the word of their testimony, the word of their report. You know, the prophets that are out there preaching and prophesying, ones making videos, you know, the believers that love not their lives unto death, and they love not their lives unto death. Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, Yasharallah, and ye that dwell around, that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth, and of the sea, the carnal people, the people that chose the flesh, the lust of their flesh over the love and the mercy of our Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You know, for the devil has come down on you having great wrath, because he know that he have a short time. You know, and that's when this devil's going to come down and pursue to judge and be the Lord's right hand for judgment, man. He's going to be the Lord's judgment, so to speak, when he starts to come down with great wrath, man. And this devil has some devices ready for you, Jakes, man. So just know that, man. And you know, and it's gonna be horrific, man. It's not gonna be no easy death, man. For people thinking that, you know, that you can just pull the Lord's card, man, and play it when you want. Nah, bro. The Lord already knows which card you pull. He knows which card you're gonna play. He's got your number. He knows when you're gonna try to pull it. So the minute you try to pull that card, he already has a card ready for it. He controls the game, man. So to you that are doing that, man, really repent and come back to the Heavenly Father, man. Really dig. If you believe this report, man, you really got to dig deep in yourself, man, and come back, repent, come back in truth and sincerity, man, and keep enduring, bro. Keep finding ways to build yourself in this truth, you know, and pray to the Lord, man. He'll give you. If anything, the Lord will give you. I can use myself as an example for that. If anything, the Lord will give you a way, or will show you a way, whatever the situation is, man. But you have to have faith, and you have to endure in this walk, man. Whatever the Lord has you doing, you know, you have to be able to endure in it, man. Okay, because this ain't for everybody. This ain't no easy. This ain't easy, man. If it was easy, everybody be taking it, bro. That's why the path is narrow. You know, this ain't easy, man. Proverbs, it really ain't. You know, but that's why the Lord was very specific with who He chose. You know, it's why looks have nothing to do with it. It's another reason why looks have nothing to do with it, I should say. Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe. The rich man's wealth is his strong city, and as an high wall in his own conceit. Before destruction of men is haughty, and before honor is humility. So us walking in humility right now, we have to do that, man. You have to walk in humility so the Lord can raise you back up, man. You have to be willing to walk in humility in your life. Bear your shame, man. And we fail sometimes. It's the flesh, man. You're going to fail. But you have to be strong enough to beg the Lord for forgiveness every time you fail, man. And that's every day to a true believer, man. So you gotta take this truth as that, man, and just know that in that day the Lord said He's going to protect you. You know, to those that believe in the report, you know, the ones that don't, they're going to run. They're going to run blazing for that sea hit, man. But you that believe in the report, you know, you're not. If you're of that hopeful elect, man, that hopeful elect is not going to do that, man. Hopeful elect is going to stand there. It's going to be still, like the Lord said, man. Stand their ground in their faith. Let's get this real quick. In Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly, hold fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. You know, and that's a part of holding fast to your crown, man. You know, just endure, man. Endure, man. Hold really another Ak, man. I'll be another Ak I'll be talking to. We talk about doing this a lot, man. When we was going through our our trials, just walk with your head down. You know who's going to be mad at you? Who a Jake would, but you know if you walk with your head down, it's like reason will somebody have to fuck with you. Now, if you walk in, all high and mighty, somebody's going to try to take you off of that because that's natural. In this world, that's natural energy to take what somebody else has got, grabs in the barrel energy, so you don't want to have that, and these are more so for, uplifting to, or a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's more so a strength booster. That's the phrase I'll use, man. Strength booster to the faithful, man. The hopeful elect, man. Because yes, there is going to be a sea hit, and yes, this devil is going to try to put it in your body, and you will not be able to function in his society, in his world without that. And all these countries talking about they're going to be the no, you're not. Because to get around Babylon, there's just so much shit you're going to have to do within, these third world countries that Babylon deals with, So you're not going to be able to do that, bro. The next world power is going to be Yahweh Shai. Jeremiah 50 and 1, it says, the word of the Lord spake unto Babylon against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, all you nations outside of Israel, you fucking you Moabites, you Amorites, the so-called Chinese, the so-called Japanese, the so-called Arab, the so-called whatever, man. If you're not an Israelite, because those are titles that these devils gave you, that they named your country Africa. If you're not an Israelite, the Lord's going to destroy you in that time. It said, declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken, Baal is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north cometh a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall deport both man and beast. And I'm gonna show you this the nation that's coming up out of the north, because this is a prophecy that's going to happen. This is a prophecy. This is a nation coming up out of the north, coming to Babylon, coming against Babylon, mystery Babylon, aka America. And that nation coming against them is so-called Russia, Gog and Magog, man. And I'm gonna show you what they're gonna do, man. Hold on, let me get this first, man. Make sure I'm doing this, feeding the flock correctly. Kind. At once, and this is Gog and Magog. This is them when they was together. They're on one accord, and I'm gonna show you that in Obadiah. It says, and I saw them that went abroad the plain of the earth and surrounded God's people in the beloved city. But fire from heaven came down, attacking the armies and consumed them. Then the devil who deceived them was thrown into a fiery lake of burning sulfur, joining the beast and the false prophet, and there they will be tormented day and night forever and ever. Salakia. So this was the verse I had. So this is when Gog and the Lord uses Gog and Magog to come back and destroy. the land, well, destroy Babylon. But really, they're gonna be shooting arrows at each other, man. And let's get into that word arrows, man. Let's look at, because that's what the Lord is saying. Shoot your arrows at these people and don't stop. You know, he's it's going to be hell, man. Sometimes something's just so catastrophic. I can picture it in my head. When something's so catastrophic, you don't even have the words for it. That's why the Lord gave us the words to use, man. Utilize these words. It's also like it says, "Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. All ye that bend the bow, all ye that like to go to war, that have all the weapons of war, that have, the instruments of war, the nuclear weapons and arms and shit, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Shout against her round about, she have given her hand, her foundations are fallen." When it says Babylon is fallen, Babylon the great is fallen, yeah, it says it is the Lord's vengeance. So take vengeance on her. Do to her as she has done to others. Take from Babylon all those who plant crops. Send all her harvesters away. Because of the sword of the enemy, everyone will run back and rush back to their own lands. Because of the sword of the enemy, everyone will run away and rush back into their own lands. Sword of the enemy. Get that word for arrows real quick, man. It says in the root. God, this one. God. It says Hassas. Actually, let me play it.
Strong's H2686. Chatzatz. Chatzatz.
Ooh, I got that wrong, man. To divide. To divide. To be cut off. To be finished. Okay. So let's go back. Let's see where it goes to from here. Interesting. So the Lord is going to divide when it says, I'm going to go back to where it says, so all you that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. So the Lord is going to divide, even there's going to be a division amongst Babylon, But really, what it's really going into is not what I wanted. I'm really, that's the spirit, really. But what I really wanted was to show you what those arrows will look like, man. Um, let's see. Get that word for arrows in the New Testament, because this is what when Yahweh Shah was speaking, man. He was telling them be ready, man. Oh, Salakia. Tripping. But yeah, when Yahweh Shah was talking to his disciples, he was telling them to be wary and be careful, because this devil's about to bring out some shit, man. We already see him talking about frequencies, manipulating people's mental through frequencies, them uh the food. I mean, been saying that the food that's been coming in, because the animals are disease ridden and have, you know, that's have illnesses and diseases and all kind of other shit, warts, and the milk that we get, the milk in certain companies, they found pus and sperm and just all kind of shit these devils do, man. You know, and they feeding that to you. Okay, that's why fiery darts, man. It's just not what I wanted either, man. I'm trying to find that scripture where it talks about arrows. The fiery arrows, man, because that's going to be, and elders and apostles have went into it. So many, it's I believe it's in Zechariah, man, because Zechariah was prophesying the the coming day too. So yeah, let me see. And once I get it, I'm gonna break it down because that's what we have to do. That's what we're charged to do. It's the same word. It's in Revelations, man. Could be. Because that's important to know too. You know, when breaking down these scriptures, man. And I'm gonna get that, and then I'm gonna end it, man. Like I said, in Salakia, I don't do planned out lessons, but I do try to operate within the spirit to feed the flock to the best of my ability. With what He's given me, with the understanding He's given me and the understanding He's giving you, because you can have mad knowledge and still have no understanding of the scriptures, man. That's why some people, they break certain things down. You know, they sound good, man, but it's completely wrong. And certain people, they might stutter when they speak, but they actually break the scriptures down in its totality. Them are the ones that you want to listen to, the ones that's giving you the 100% truth. And really, this is my first revelation breakdown, so you know, I mean, it's really not that hard to break down, though. It's just you got, the speech. I got a speech impediment, so it was, hmm, I wonder. Hmm, maybe I had it right, man. That's interesting. Ephesians, because it says it right here, right? Maybe I just had the wrong scripture, you know. Well, apparently this is the verse. I was correct in the spirit, not carnally. Uh, but yeah, above all, taking the shield of faith, where ye stand able to quench the fiery darts of the wicked. And what do you think that means? Fiery darts. Quench all fiery darts. Not going to touch you. They're not going to be able to do anything to you, because the Lord is going to be your salvation. The Lord is going to be our defense, man. When it says fiery darts, what does a dart look like? When it says fiery dart, so it has fire on it. It's gonna cause great destruction. And the wicked is known as Esau Edom, the devil. So so you can only put two and two together on that. Um, but I want to see something real quick, man, because it could just be my device, man. No, it wasn't. I had it right. I just had clicked on the wrong damn thing. Damn. It says a missile, dart, javelin. A javelin missile, man. A light spear thrown in a competitive sport, or a weapon. I want to show you this because it is important, because this is the judgment. I'm bringing it all the way back now. Salakia for all of that, man. And to those that were bearing with me, the water, and blessing Barakatah to you, man. Because on my channel, I'm building as well as learning, as well as showing what the Lord has shown me, which in a sense is teaching. This is what a javelin missile looks like. Okay. Mm. Those are darts that this devil's going to use on our people, man, and his own people in that day, man. I want to show you something else, man. Warhead. I don't know if you can. I don't like that image, man. Well, pretty much. Yeah, this one's good. I like this one. So, what you see at the end of that missile, from on the left side of it, is the warhead. Okay, that's what's going to actually cause the goddamn damage. At the bottom is just the guidings. That's the how you say the navigator. The fiery navigator. You know, that's what's going to get it in the air. What you see at the end of that is the warhead. And I wanted to show you something, but you know, through the spirit, man, I believe that that's it, man. It's my first revelation. Haragma breakdown. Hopefully y'all were edified, and no, do not take the Haragma. If you do, not this devil, the Lord is going to kill you with fire and flame and horrifically. Okay, so you've been warned. Call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah at the water for giving me the spirit and inspiration to do this lesson. To those who will listen, Shalom. 2 ears.